Have you ever stopped to ponder the sheer importance of water in our lives? This crystal clear liquid is more than just a thirst quencher. It's the lifeblood of our planet, the foundation of existence for every living organism. From the towering trees to the tiniest of insects, life as we know it would simply cease without water. Now let's turn the pages of history and see how water has shaped our civilizations. Ancient societies, whether the fertile crescent of Mesopotamia or the banks of the River Nile, they all thrived near water sources. Water was, and still is, the cradle of life. Then came the remarkable inventions of irrigation systems, aqueducts and wells, transforming arid landscapes into lush, fertile fields. We learned to harness water, channeling its life-giving power to sustain our ever-growing populations. From our ancestors to us, water has been the lifeline of life, the heart of civilizations. Fast forward to the present, the role of water hasn't diminished, but our respect for it certainly has. Today, we find ourselves in a world where the distribution and availability of water is incredibly uneven. While some regions enjoy abundant water resources, others grapple with severe scarcity. Water, the very essence of life, is now a luxury for many. The irony is that in many places where water is abundant, it is often taken for granted, leading to overuse and wastage. On the contrary, in regions where it is scarce, every drop is valued and conserved. Overuse and wastage are not the only culprits. Pollution and climate change also play significant roles in the growing water crisis. Our rivers and oceans are choked with plastic and other pollutants, making the water unfit for consumption or use. Meanwhile, our glaciers, the Earth's largest freshwater reserves, are melting at an alarming rate due to rising global temperatures. This contributes to rising sea levels and the loss of freshwater resources. We must also not forget that agriculture, industry, and domestic use are all heavily dependent on water. The over-extraction of groundwater for these purposes further exacerbates the scarcity issue. By disrespecting and misusing this precious resource, we are creating a crisis that future generations will have to bear the brunt of. Our blue planet is ironically facing a water crisis, a crisis of our own making. What does the future hold for us when our most precious resource is dwindling? We are looking at a future where water shortages could become the norm rather than the exception. Experts predict that by the middle of this century, 2/3 of the world's population could be living under water-stressed conditions. This could lead to conflicts and geopolitical tensions as nations scramble for this vital resource. Climate change is exacerbating the water crisis. Rising temperatures, erratic rainfall patterns, and melting glaciers are disrupting water availability across the globe. When we picture a world affected by climate change, we must imagine a world where water scarcity is a daily reality for billions of people. However, the future doesn't have to be a dystopian tale of water wars and parched landscapes. Technological innovations are emerging as a beacon of hope. Scientists are developing new methods for water conservation and purification. From smart irrigation systems that optimize water use in agriculture to advanced desalination technologies that can convert seawater into drinkable water, our ingenuity could be our saving grace. Initiatives are also underway to recycle wastewater, making every drop count. Imagine a future where every home has a system to recycle greywater for gardening or flushing toilets. It's not science fiction. It's a sustainable vision we can achieve if we put our minds to it. The future is uncertain, but it doesn't have to be bleak. The key lies in our hands. Now that we understand the gravity of the situation, what can we do to make a difference? Each one of us holds the power to change the tide. It all starts with simple actions at home. Turn off the tap while brushing your teeth. Fix that leaky faucet. Opt for showers over baths. Water your garden during the cooler parts of the day. These small steps can save thousands of liters of water each year. But remember, this isn't just an individual effort. We need to come together as communities, as nations. Encourage your local government to invest in water-efficient infrastructure. Support organizations that work towards water conservation. Educate others about the importance of saving water. Let's not forget, the global water crisis is a shared responsibility. It's a challenge that we must face together. We can't afford to wait for change. We must be the change. Remember, every drop counts. Conserve water, secure the future.